All right, so finally we get to start making our real sculpture. Not just practice anymore, people. So the first thing I want you to do is do some thinking. Yes, you're in school, gotta think. I want you to think about making an animal that in some way represents a little bit of you. So what's kind of cool about the animals that we're gonna make is they're palm sized. They can fit in our hands, which means that we can probably take them anywhere. And when you have something portable like this, I like the idea that it could represent you and it could go with you everywhere. So the reason I chose a bear was because I feel like bears are very gentle and kind of have a cuddly nature, but they're also strong and can be fierce when they need to be. So I felt like that kind of, in a way, related to myself, or at least some things that I want to be. So here's my little bear. Now, the way to begin an animal sculpture like this is to first make 2 spheres. So that's what we're gonna do today. Your project will probably look like everybody else's project at your tables, and that's okay because later on, we're gonna add all the details and things to make it special and ours and unique. Now, I'm gonna take my clay, and I have a small amount because I want it to be palm sized, and I'm gonna build 1 sphere with it. And then I'm gonna take some other clay, and if this is my head, I want this one to be slightly bigger because our bodies and animal bodies are bigger than their heads. Now, once I get those 2 spheres made, I can look at the animal, and I'm using this sheet here, and I can kind of adjust it a little bit. It doesn't have to stay a perfect sphere. So if its body is a little bit longer, for example, I can roll it and make this more of an oval, but I'm still starting with 2 spheres. Now, once I get these 2 spheres made, I'm going to slip and score them together, because remember, we can't just push them together. It will fall apart. We've got to scratch. That's the score part. Add a little bit of water, and then put them together. Now, for some of you guys, might take all of class, and that's okay because you're really thinking about it and you're doing a nice job with it. For other people, you might go a little bit faster. Maybe you've done something like this before, so you've had practice. If you have extra time left over, you can begin building some of those details. I would recommend starting with the legs. So if this is my body and this is my head, I look at my animal, I think about how many legs does it have, and then I take some extra clay and I build some legs onto it. If I build the legs as my second step, the likelihood that I can get my animal to stand up increases. If I wait until the very end to build my legs, my animal might be more topsy-turvy and not be able to stand nicely on a tabletop like this bear here. All right, so your first step is decide on an animal. Think about it, people. Your second step is make 2 spheres that you score and slip together. Your third step, and that's if you have time, you can begin making little tiny spheres for his feet. Have fun.